Hi everyone, welcome back. I've got a Vidmar Sea slider lock here. It's 10 sliders, 5 on each side. Here's the key. This lock only turns a quarter of a turn. I think it was used in Stanley tool cabinets or tool chests. I'm not sure. There's an interesting bracket on the back here. You can see on both sides there's a slot where it looks like it engages with some sort of lug. And on this side there's a spring-loaded retainer. So it's kind of a fun pick. It's not guttable, at least I don't think it is, but there's a pin in the very top of the lock right here, which I think if one were to drill that out, you could probably take it apart. But I don't think I want to do that. I'm afraid I'll ruin the lock. Alright, let's get to it. I'll be tensioning with 3 stacked pry bars. That takes up the space in the keyway there. I'll be tensioning down low. If I can get that lined up. There. Alright, let's see how it goes. 1 is loose, 2 is binding, got a little click on that, 3 is binding, click on 3, 4 is binding, click on 4, a little bit of movement on 3 and 4 too, 5 is binding, 5 left is binding, got some more core rotation there, 1 on the right is loose. Yeah. Right 2 is binding. There, that feels loose now. 3 is loose. 4 was binding. Feels loose now. 5 is binding. If I can get under it. Where did it go? There. Back to 2. 2 is binding. Got some movement there. 1 is binding. Some movement on 1. 2 feels loose. 3 is binding. Click out of 3. 4 was binding, got a click. And 5, is it binding? Feels a little springy, like it's set. Oh, I forgot to mention, the sliders are not sprung. So when I say it feels springy, it's just kind of bouncing under the pressure from the pig tip. Back on 1, it's binding. Oh, and there we go. Now, there's something interesting. I think maybe it might just be the angle that the lock is at or the lock is on in the vise. It's picked, but it stops about 1/8 of a turn. And I can see that some of the sliders, when I turned it, they slid back down. So to get that full quarter turn rotation, you have to pick a few sliders again. So 1 was binding, got a click. 2 was loose. I'm on 3 now, it's binding, got a click. 4 was binding, got a click, and 5 should give us the full. I keep slipping off it. There we go. 5 was binding, and got a click, and we got full quarter rotation. So I did notice before, if I held the lock completely so that the face was horizontal, that the sliders don't move and you can get that full quarter turn. It's just in this orientation where those sliders will move. Anyway, that's about it. I can't gut it. I don't know if there's false gates in these sliders. If anyone out there has taken one of these apart and knows the answer, post it below. I'm really curious, because part of me feels like maybe there are false gates. Because sometimes when I was picking, it just felt like the sliders were, it felt like they were set, but the lock wouldn't open. So yeah, anyway, I have a suspicion. Yeah, that's about all I have, I think, for this lock. I think it's currently ranked blue with 10 sliders and possibly false gates. I think that's pretty appropriate. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching and have a good day.